Hey, this is Jon Southurst reporting for Bitsonline.com here, and today I'm talking to Baroness Michelle Mone, OBE, and Douglas Barrowman. Now, you guys are pretty famous in the UK as entrepreneurs. However, I think most of our readership is in the States, and they may not know you as well. So, could you just maybe introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about how you got into all of this?
Sure.
Want to kick off?
Yeah, well, I'm Doug Barrowman, and I've been in venture capital investing for 30 years, most of my working career. And originally, I'm a chartered accountant by background, but I've been heavily involved in the technology space in venture capital investing for a number of years, and in particular, the crypto space over the last couple of years, where we have been involved in a number of crypto projects, including the launch of two towers in Dubai, where we accepted payment in Bitcoin, which was quite a novel first, really, for a project of that scale.
Well, Doug is actually one of the biggest business guys here in the country, and he's my inspiration as well. So, just a bit about me. My name's Baroness Mone of Mayfair, and basically, I'm an entrepreneur, and I invented a very famous brand here, and it went global, called Ultimo Lingerie, and I sold that quite a few years ago. I was awarded an OBE, Order of the British Empire, by Her Majesty the Queen, and won several entrepreneurial awards. And recently was made a Baroness by Her Majesty the Queen and the former Prime Minister. The House of Lords is the upper house of government, and I'm there for life. And I got involved with Doug's project last year in Dubai, the first to ever sell in Bitcoin, a huge development in Dubai, $250 million. And now, through his passion, we are launching EQUI, which is mega exciting.
Right. So you're probably not your typical crypto investors. Certainly not the type I've seen. So I think Douglas, you've been on this scene for quite a while now. You said a couple of years ago you started investing in this. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Right. And so I want to ask you about the Dubai project, Aston Plaza. What were the results of that? I think that was last September. Are you still selling?
We sold out one of the towers completely. We made an allocation of 50 units out of the 1,300 to be sold in Bitcoin, and that has been sold essentially. I think there's one or two left, but we have inquiries on a daily basis still. So we'll probably release some more. But it's been a resounding success, really, to demonstrate that you can actually use a cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin to actually buy real world assets, which is where we come in with EQUI as well, really, and what we're trying to do in the venture capital space.
So, will we tell you a bit about EQUI? Should maybe Doug
Yeah,
start off and tell you, and then I can tell you why I'm passionate about it as well.
please go ahead.
Okay, let's do it. Well, basically, EQUI is a token built in the Ethereum blockchain platform, which essentially allows non-industry professionals to invest in projects that we showcase on the EQUI platform. So essentially, it brings venture capital to the masses, which has traditionally been the preserve of institutions and ultra high net worths, really. So essentially, the EQUI platform will enable people to either invest in the projects where 70% of the profits realized go back to the investors. You can hold EQUI on the platform itself, in which case 5% of the profits go back when we realize investments. Or you can just simply use it as a cryptocurrency to trade, like any other cryptocurrency. But what's interesting about EQUI is the value of the currency will directly correlate to the investments that we make. So there's a real utility for this token, where people can actually say, well, how do we value it? We value it off the back of whatever portfolio of investments we have, and we all hope to find the next Snapchat or the next blockbuster in tech, whatever that may be.
Right. And I think that there was a fairly notorious venture capital raising project on Ethereum a while ago called the DAO. I'm assuming you've heard of that. That was probably far more automated than what you're proposing here, and that eventually was its downfall as well. So, do you think having human intervention in all of this, like how much of a role will decision makers like yourselves play in selecting the companies, allocating the capital, that kind of thing?
We will be very, very hands-on, and that's why I love it. I did a government review for the former Prime Minister, and I travelled the country in the UK to find out what was stopping startups, especially tech businesses as well. And the biggest downfall was obviously capital, funding, and also mentors. So Doug's idea of starting EQUI, and you can go onto equi.capital at midnight on the 6th of February, is incredible. It will be explosive. It will be one of the biggest ICOs ever launched,
Really?
because we have got some unbelievable entrepreneurs that will sit on a board, and we will handpick these startups, and we will hold their hand all the way through. That's why it's really exciting to find the next blockbuster. If it's Facebook or Snapchat, then we're there, and we're all very successful entrepreneurs. And I think that's what makes it special, because in this world, it's all about trust. And you can find out everything about us, and EQUI does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, and I think it's exciting to allow wider participation, really, for non-industry professionals to get into the space where traditionally, it would be an institution or an ultra-high net worth that would get to invest in something that was big.
Yeah, that's right. And how are you selecting the companies who participate in this? Have you already chosen ones to join in?
Well, when you see the white paper, the backgrounds of all our people are immersed very much in private equity. My own private investment vehicle, Aston Ventures, has been around for many, many years. So deal flow is not the problem. Part of the problem is we get too much deal flow. We're also being shown that an interesting tech proposition or a biotech or something in the crypto space. So we have a deal flow which naturally occurs anyway, but we'll obviously sit down, we vet the proposition, we look at the technology, we're very interested in the management team, we're interested in the sector, the upside, all the traditional parameters by which a venture capital fund would consider an investment. Once we feel we've got something we want to recommend, we showcase it on the EQUI platform, equi.capital, and therefore the community that hold the EQUI token can then make up their own mind. There's no pressure to invest. They can choose, as I said before, to either invest in the projects, they can hold them on the platform, or they can take them offline and trade them as a conventional cryptocurrency.
Right. And how many companies will you be launching with?
The nice thing about EQUI is there is no upper limit, really, because essentially we will keep introducing new projects to the platform. We hope that the value of the EQUI token will rise significantly over its 50 cents a token starting position. We have 250 million supply. That will increase at 5% per annum to allow for growth. But as the value of the tokens increase considerably, we hope, there's plenty of scope there to back ongoing investment after investment. So from a multiple of investments point of view, we could end up having over the next few years hundreds of investments.
We've got our eye on 5 at the moment.
Yeah.
And so basically on the 1st of March is the pre-sale. And the pre-sale is a minimum investment of $100,000. And you get 25% tokens free. On the 8th of March, we open it up to everyone. Yeah. And the minimum investment, is $100. So just if you're at home and you're looking to get involved in something that you've never been able to before, now is your chance. As Doug said, It used to only be open to venture capitalists and institutions, but we are opening it right up. And you've got a bunch of entrepreneurs that are very well known and successful. So it's exciting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. And so if I'm an investor in this, if I buy the EQUI token and I contribute to some of these projects, how do I make a profit from it?
Well, venture capital investing is all about investing at X and selling at a profit for Y, really. So we work out what the profit is. And as I said before, 70% of the return, the profit that is realised, goes back to the people who have invested their tokens in projects. If you've just kept the token on the EQUI platform, 5% of the profit goes back to you. So in total, 75% of the profit and everything we do goes back to the backers of the token and the platform.
Over what time frame is that?
Typical venture capital investing is 2 to 5 years. You can sometimes, get lucky and have a flotation and something that really captures the imagination of the public. But I would say typically 2 to 5 years.
Right. So you're looking for people who want to invest, for the longer term. I mean, longer term compared to a lot of other ICOs and crypto investments. Where people are just looking to make a quick buck from, the next 2 weeks or something. Is that right?
You can't take a view. Some people will want to invest in the projects, hence large upside, but others will say, do you know what? That currency, the EQUI token, is underpinned by a lot of successful investments. People can read about an investment portfolio because there's total transparency with it, and take a view that, do you know what? I'm going to trade that currency off the back of the portfolio of investments that they have. So there's something in it for everyone, really. Again, you can hedge your bets and just say, I'm not going to invest in projects, but I'll hold it on the platform, so you still get 5% upside.
So if you want to go in and out, as you said, people want to make a quick buck, then you can trade to.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right. So there's that option too. So as far as you're concerned, will you be providing other resources to the companies who participate too? Say maybe like exposure to your network or mentoring, that kind of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know sort of retail inside out. So if it's anything to do with retail, or it's anything to do with quite a lot of industries that I'm involved in. And I suppose, like Doug, the same, we all have our different skill sets. So that's what's really special about it, that we can take that idea and turn it into a reality.
And you'll see from the white paper, when people read it, there's a very diverse range of skills and experience of the team and the participants. So I think it'll give people a lot of comfort as to who's behind this project.
Right, sure. I guess the last thing I want to ask you then is, are you looking for any particular kind of company, or are you looking for anything at all? Like, are you interested in mainly tech or blockchain projects?
Well, in the 90s, I bought manufacturing companies, which was the old economy businesses. In the noughties, particularly from 2008 onwards, all I've backed really is tech companies. And therefore, we're interested in tech, we're interested in biotech, and we're interested in good crypto opportunities where there is real utility. I think the problem with some of the ICOs that are being launched is you've got to say, well, what is the function and what is the purpose of this ICO? How is it going to translate into the real world? So I think where we can see proper utility and it can translate into value in the real world, then we'll be interested also in backing crypto community type projects as well.
Excellent. So if companies are interested... Sorry, go on.
Sorry? So on you go.
I beg your pardon, sorry.
What
was that, John?
To say, how can companies get in touch with you if they're interested in participating in future?
So at midnight on the 6th of February, you can go to equi.capital. And there'll be lots of videos there. You can buy the tokens there and then. Actually, from the 1st of March we launch. But from the 6th of February, you'll be able to see the website, read the white paper, read our advisory board, etc., etc. So it should be exciting. So it's not launched just now, but on the 6th.
There's a placeholder website there now, right, for people to sign up for updates?
Yes, I mean, the website's not formally launched until the 6th, really. Okay. But it's all ready to go. The developers, experienced developers in building Ethereum tokens, that's all up and running. So the thing's transparent, it's fully automated. We also have your own Ethereum token wallet that we've built as well. So whether you're investing in projects, whether you're holding them on the platform, or whether you're just trading them, basically, the tokens, you've got your own personalized wallet. So and it's been independently audited as well by experts on Ethereum blockchain technology.
Right. I hope you got your security model down tight too, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's very important.
Excellent. Well, I think that's probably all we need to ask you for now. People can check out the website if they want more. Was there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think we're excited, both of us, because we think this is a game changer in the venture capital space. It's a natural disruptor to something really that's been the preserve of institutions and ultra high net worth. So we hope we get a people power investment movement where there's a wider participation in this space, and I think EQUI will do it.
Great, thanks a lot, guys. You've been listening.
As I said, we're really so excited about this, and also to help the future entrepreneurs and to find hopefully the next Snapchat or Facebook, and to also get involved in this cryptocurrency and for people to trade their tokens. So it's mega exciting.
Great, thanks, and all the best with that. So you've been listening to Baroness Michelle Mone, OBE, and Douglas Barrowman talking about the EQUI platform. Okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, Jon.
Thank you.